Jess, and I, along with my friend Steph, are going to guide you through a step-by-step workout to help you tone those amazing things called biceps and triceps. In this video, we will guide you through the steps to safely execute our exercises and some tips for when you're ready to kick it up a notch. This workout routine is made for beginners, but if you want a more advanced workout, feel free to add more weight to the exercises. Our goal with this workout is to talk you through the steps to feel good and to stay safe. But enough talking, let's get started. First, we'll start with a warm-up. For our warm-up, we're going to start with some push-ups. That's simple. Remember that this is a warm-up, so don't use all your energy on these two exercises. Just go until you think you've done enough. For the second part of our warm-up, we're going to do what's called a chair dip. You might have heard it referred by a different name, but that is the term we are going to use today. How it works is that you need a sturdy bench that will stay on the ground easily. Then, with your heels on the floor and your wrists on the bench facing out behind you, bend your arms so that you dip. You should almost touch your butt to the floor, but not quite. As you have probably noticed, this warm-up warms up our triceps, while the push-ups warms up our biceps. We will start off our workout with what are called kickbacks. Despite what the name indicates, we are using our arms, not our legs. Find a sturdy bench that you can kneel on and some weights suitable to your capabilities. Place one knee on the bench and keep the other one on the floor, mainly to help with balance. Take the weight in your hand and hold it up so that the angle of your arm makes approximately 90 degrees. Once you have done this, extend your arm out behind you until it is straight, then proceed back to the original position. Make sure that when you extend your arm that you do not lock your elbow, because this can lead to injuries such as hyperextension. We recommend doing about 8 to 10 kickbacks at a time while alternating between each arm, but you can do more if you want. An important safety tip is to make sure that the weights that you are using suit your capabilities. Do not try to use a weight that you know you cannot use properly because it will hurt you instead. Our next exercise is called a pull down. It requires a machine attached to weights as shown. Spotters are optional but recommended as they can be useful while switching your grip on the bar. Depending on which muscle you would like to exercise, adjust your hands accordingly. If you face your hands out and away from you, you will be working your triceps. But if you face your hands towards you, you will be working your biceps. Also, the location of your hands on the bar makes a difference too. For an exercise more concentrated on the arm muscles alone, so biceps or triceps, move your hands further away from each other to the outside of the bar. To exercise both your arms and your chest muscles, move them closer together to the inside of the bar. It's your workout, so it's your choice. Because it is so important, we are going to remind you again to make sure that the weights that you use suit your capabilities. Do not try to use weights that are heavier than you know you can hit. Next, we are going to do a seated alternating bicep curl. Find a bench with a full incline of 90 degrees. Sitting down with a weight in each hand, lift the weight up to your shoulder and back down while bending at the elbow. As mentioned in the name, alternate hands while doing this. You can also do this exercise with a barbell, but you have to stand and lift both hands at once. Also, you can do both of these exercises with your triceps by altering the position of your hands. It's the same idea as the pull down. If you face your hands out and away from you, you'll be working your triceps. But if you face your hands towards you, you will be working your biceps. Also, the location of your hands on the barbell changes the concentration of the workout. For a third time, please remember to make sure that the weights you use suit your capabilities and aren't too heavy, because it will hurt you rather than help you. Next, we'll be doing a chest press. Take 2 weights of equal weight and lie down on a flat bench with no incline. Then take a weight in each hand and hold them out, bending your elbows at approximately 90 degrees. Lift the weights up and together without letting them tap, and then bring them back down to the original position of 90 degrees. Do this exercise repeatedly. For safety reasons, and because we want a decent mark, we are going to keep reminding you to use the proper weights and don't give all your gusto. There's a reason why they don't say break a leg in sports. Our fifth and final workout exercise is called a picket incline, but being a band geek, I like to call it the cymbal crash. On a flat and even surface, take 2 barbell weights of equal weight and stand shoulder width apart for improved balance. This exercise concentrates on our triceps. Bend your elbows and tuck them into your side while holding the weights out parallel to the floor. Bring them together almost like a cymbal crash, but do not let the weights touch. I don't care if you have to pretend that you're doing this exercise right beside a sleeping granny with high-power hearing aids. Just don't let the weights touch. And also for the 5th and final time, use the right weights and don't hurt yourself. After all this hard work, it's time for a cool down. For our cool down, we will do static stretches, which means we're standing in one spot. Our first stretch is a common one, simply called hand down the spine stretch. This helps stretch and cool down our triceps and to some point our shoulders. We recommend counting to at least 10 while holding this stretch before releasing and switching to the other arm. Also, we recommend doing this 2 to 3 times because we use these muscles a lot, meaning that we have to cool them down properly. To stretch the biceps, there is a similar stretch, only the arm crosses the chest instead of going behind the back. Again, count to 10 while holding the stretch and alternate between the arms, stretching each arm 2 to 3 times. This stretch is very easy to do, yet super beneficial to your muscles. Our second stretch is called a wall stretch. Find a wall, preferably with a corner, but a flat, complete wall works too. And place your arm along the wall parallel to the floor. Once your arm is in place, twist your body in the opposite direction so that you are facing away from your arm, stretching your triceps and to some extent your shoulders. Again, count to 10 while holding the stretch and alternate between arms, stretching each arm 2 to 3 times. We hope you enjoyed our workout. Remember that this workout is made for beginners, so if you would like a more advanced workout, feel free to add more weight to your exercises. Make sure that the weights you use suit your capabilities and don't go all out on your first try, because you can always get there eventually. Enjoy your potluck!